Hi guys, welcome to the OBR20 virtual launch. Thank you so much for tuning in over our social media pages, we really appreciate it. My name's Joe Jones, I'm the Technical Partnerships Manager for OBR20.
And my name's Seppie, Lysaght, I'm the Team Lead for OBR20.
So today obviously it's a real shame that we can't be there in Silverstone with you guys competing with the car on track. Of course it's really sad, but we hope to, I guess over the next half hour or so, give you a bit of a flavour for what this fantastic team has been working on this year, what we would have brought to competition, and also preview the exciting virtual competition which is going to be running over the next few days. But first, so Seppie, maybe just introduce yourself and, well, what's it been like being the team lead for OBR20?
Okay, thanks Joe. Yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. So I'm a third year, the motorsport engineer in Oxford Brookes Uni. I'm originally from Ireland. I came over here to study motorsport engineering. It's kind of a passion of mine. And then in my first year with OBR, I was a mechanic / data engineer. I then progressed to electronics lead for last season, and then this year I started as race team lead actually, and then in January time I took over as team lead.
Is it what you expected?
Yeah, it's been really good. Kind of like what I expected. It was a little bit more work, to be brutally honest. It was a really steep learning curve for myself. I've been very vehicle dynamics and electronics based previously, so taking on the leadership role where you have to oversee every section of the car is quite intense. Also, with it being our first year of an electric car, there's obviously quite a lot of teething problems that either arose in our final design checks or when we then got parts manufactured. And then the closer we moved to manufacturing, we obviously got hit with coronavirus, which was also an interesting task to deal with as a lead.
And then how was that when you kind of realised how serious it was getting and you had to tell the team that, you know, we probably weren't going to be going to competition and we had to stop manufacturing the car?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal, to be honest, because I think like the way we work with the former student team, we're basically in one room or one campus the whole time, so we're everyone's in contact with everyone. And then we were kind of playing it day by day at the start, so the restrictions were getting worse and worse, but there wasn't a lockdown yet, and so we were kind of like cleaning our hands, making sure we didn't get too close together, but we were keeping an eye on it, and the plan kind of was being updated every day, if you like. And then it got closer, and then basically I don't remember the exact date, but the uni basically shut down, so we had to cease all manufacturing, and that was a pretty rough message to have to bring to the team. Like for I don't know how many engineers we were, probably 60, to tell them that actually everything we've been putting so much work into, we have to stop now for an undefined amount of time. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And then obviously once stuff became a bit more clear from the IMECI and things, we've all moved to online basically, so we're all still working from home. We get to finish off a couple of designs that we potentially would have run out of time to do, and then we have the online comp as well, so we still get a chance to compete.
So with the online competition, maybe tell the guys at home just in 30 seconds, you know, what it is, and then I guess for you personally and us as a team, what are we looking to get out of it?
Yeah, so basically, very quickly, it's the design part of the normal FS competition. 5 presentations, a business plan, cost report, and then also they've done a really cool thing of adding in a pandemic response presentation. It's not a million miles different to what a normal design comp would be, and then they've also added a virtual dynamic competition, which is basically 5 of our drivers in a simulator online against other drivers, and a lap time simulation competition. So it's really good. We still get to kind of prove that we have the engineering knowledge, we get to test our engineering knowledge. And for us as a team, I mean, we're still aiming for a top UK team like every year.
And while obviously this is OBR's first, let's say, fully ground-up electric vehicle that we've ever designed and manufacturing, and of course will be a base for us to learn off, right, in going into future seasons, there's still a few nice bits of innovation on the car, right? So, I don't know, do you want to talk about any of those in particular?
Yeah, so a lot of our innovation this year has been around reducing our unsprung mass. So with us going in-hub electric, we've basically bolted a 5 kilo motor to our upright, so we need to do as much as we can to reduce that weight. We've basically done 3D printed titanium uprights. They're electron beam melted, and we've topology optimized them, so we've done quite a lot of innovation. The MTC has really helped us out here with this project. And we've basically achieved to house gearbox, motor, everything in the upright, but also reduce the weight as much as possible. Then something else we've done to again reduce unsprung mass is we've gone for carbon rims. Not the first time Oxford Brookes Racing has done that. It is the first time in about 4 years we've done it, and we're trying to innovate as much as we can with fly sequences and FEA on carbon parts. And then also we're, I believe, the first car in our class to use recycled carbon fibre, both pre-preg and thermoplastic, so it's pretty cool.
Nice one. And also, obviously, we saw the OBR20 concept, which was unveiled last year alongside OBR19. What are some of the key changes that have been made between OBR20 concept and now OBR20 that we're unveiling today?
Yeah, so basically the overall concept of the car we just carried over. The same four-wheel drive electric that we planned last year. What we've done basically is some slight modifications to ensure integration. We've adjusted the accumulator design. We were expecting some potential issues with cooling, so we've basically redesigned the layout to avoid that. Then also we've adjusted some kinematic points on the uprights. Again, just an integration issue that we were trying to avoid. And then yeah, there's been little bits and pieces here and there, but mainly the overall concept is exactly the same.
So first, though, I want to introduce someone who's very, very special to the team. Marcus from Silverstone Composites, the founder and chief of this amazing business, who has been a partner for the team, I think, for two and a half seasons now. Marcus has taught us an immense amount, has been super supportive as we've made the composite parts across the entire chassis. And Marcus, it'd just be great to hear a little bit from you about your support for the team and your thoughts as we go into the virtual competition and look forward.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Marcus from Silverstone Composites. Just touching in with you guys, seeing how we're getting on through this hard time. It's been a tough year for all of us. We just want to wish you all the best in your up and coming event. We look forward to seeing it. Also the car launch coming up, excited about that. Yeah, we're just going to wish you all the best of luck with how it goes. We know everybody's had a tough year this year, but it looks like you can see there's sort of the light at the end of the tunnel. Keep pushing hard with all your studies and going potentially into new job opportunities that you've got coming up, hopefully. Hopefully once things have eased slightly in both areas that we can catch up, sort of get together maybe for a social distance meeting, a beer or two, and sort of catch up where we all left off prior down to lockdown. We'll hope you're keeping safe and well, and you're committed and focused to the future projects. Just very quickly, just wanted to say, all team members at the start of OBR20, what a fantastic effort all of you put in getting the car to where it was, at what stage. From conversations at the start of this year that all the team all aspects of the car were ahead of schedule. We were on for a good target to get the car tested and things, and hey, manufacturing had to be put on pause for obvious reasons, but absolutely fantastic effort from you all. Just a little bit on us moving forwards. I don't think this is the end. Silverstone Composites is still keen to support you guys with future projects, with future teams, and there's probably going to be a bit of transition from the current team to next year's, and whatever we can do to support and help, we're here.
Let's hear from Racheal Wilson, who is a new member of the team joining our business development team this year, to talk a bit about how things have changed and how we've adjusted over the last few months.
Hey, thank you, Joe. So my name's Racheal and I'm part of the business team. I guess he said I'm the event lead for the team. So basically that means that I help us coordinate our events and try and get like speakers and stuff like that into different events throughout the UK. As everyone has had to adapt to COVID-19, so has the business side and the events part of the team. So we've all had to go online due to COVID-19. We've merged some of our smaller teams, so like events and social media, we joined together to create like a stronger combined team in order to get the most out of our time during COVID-19. As a first year, I really wasn't expecting everything to be online. I thought we were all gonna get to have this massive big launch and get to go to Silverstone, potentially go away to Hungary or the Netherlands, but obviously that hasn't happened this year. But still, the things that I've learned through everything having to move online and realising that actually what we're doing at OBR is almost exactly the same as all the bigger teams like McLaren and people like that were also moving online at the same time, and what we were doing was very similar to them. But even though we're all online now and we should be able to connect pretty much wherever we want to, there are still some logistical problems that get in the way sometimes. So one of our sponsors, RPS, they did want to say a few words to us, but unfortunately we've only been able to send a message, and our business lead Tamara is going to read that out for you guys now.
Yeah, thanks Racheal. We all know the online world is as challenging as the real one. I don't think any of us expected. Our partners RPS wanted to be here today on this live stream, but they rather sent in a message. They'd like to tell the team, we wish the OBR20 team all the best of luck for the competition and the virtual e-race this week. Although the past few months have meant students have had to pivot to make the competition work, they haven't given up. Yeah, that's right. They say, we are pleased the Formula Student competition is going ahead, as it is an important platform to showcase talents for future STEM leaders. They say RPS is proud to support and mentor the future of engineering, providing the latest in industrial polymer additive manufacturing, and wish them the best of luck. Wishing us the best of luck. So thanks to RPS, of course, all of our other sponsors. We wish we could be doing this as a live event. It was supposed to be at Bista Motion. We're all excited to have a real car to actually launch, but what, we'll make do, you know. COVID hits us and we adapt, we evolve, and we're here today, so hopefully you guys will look forward to seeing the livery. It's going to come up in a few seconds now, and I hope it's everything you've been wishing and waiting for, so I hope you enjoy.
Wow. Okay. So there it is. First, I guess, Seppie, what do you think about the new design, the new OBR20 livery?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's such a shame we can't see it in a real car this year. I'd just like to thank Chen for designing the livery this year, and also it was inspired by Alex Garcia's concept livery last year. So yeah, awesome job, guys. It's really cool livery.
Okay, so Seppie, maybe tell us a little bit about the overall vehicle concept. Even though we weren't able to finish manufacturing it, what were the main things we were trying to achieve with the design of OBR20?
Okay, yeah, so basically at OBR, everything we do comes back to our mission statement. Our mission statement is to develop versatile graduates to excel in a high performance team, and also to build a multi-year legacy as a high competitive team. So looking at that mission statement, and if we kind of look at what the industry is doing at the moment, electric vehicles is really the only place to go. So we've kind of gone towards electric vehicles, and then we've also noticed that with our simulation tools that an electric car is worth about 180 points at competition. So to be competitive, we have to be going electric. So basically what we've tried to do this year is do an electric car. Then we've also realized that four-wheel drive is worth roughly, I think it's 120 points in competition. So again, that was a clear decision for us. So the concept we've ended up with is a in-hub electric four-wheel drive car with a mass target of roughly 220 kilos. We've got this target from adding the extra weight that our electric powertrain will bring, and then also going off what we've had as a weight previous years. We've then also gone for a coefficient area lift target of 5.4 at 60 kilometers an hour. This again comes back to a simulation tool that we use to evaluate competition points, and we reckon that's where we get the most points without a mass penalty. And then our battery is 600 volts, 5.8 kilowatts. Again, it comes back to industry relevance a little bit, because the 600 volts is pretty common these days for battery packs. But also, the higher our voltage, the more efficient our motors get, and again, the better we perform in competition.
Okay, and but what about some of the stuff that you can't see? So, for example, let's say the control system. Obviously, we can't see that in a video, in a render. But in terms of the software, where are we now, and what are we looking ahead towards in future seasons?
Yeah, so the control system for me is nearly the most interesting part of the car. With it being an electric car, it's only a guess, but I reckon 80% of performance can be gained and lost with a control system. So what we've done this year is basically aim to make a control system that's reliable and can move the car, which, being a first year electric team, is not as easy as I made it sound there. So we've got basically a very basic torque vectoring, a very basic traction control, and what we've done is we've made sure that our model is upgradable and integratable, so that every year they can build on it, and the torque vectoring can become more and more advanced, as well as traction control or any other sort of funky software we want to load onto the car.
Okay, fantastic. And in terms of the manufacturing, obviously, lockdown hit literally as we were in full manufacturing swing, which was really frustrating for everyone. But what have we got done so far? What's in the works at the moment, and what's still to be done by the team?
Yeah, it was a bit of a pity the time the lockdown hit, because we were in full manufacturing swing. So basically we were in the middle of building our chassis, so we have our outer skin done. It's over at Silverstone Composites, you heard from Marcus earlier. We've started building our wheels, they're again probably about halfway done. All our external parts, so anything we've had to send off for manufacture, is either sent off and waiting for the manufacturer to start, or the parts are finished and waiting for us to start. The biggest thing that we have left to do really is the assembly and some of our in-house manufactured parts.
Awesome. Okay, and then I guess last question. A bit of well, not even a question. A bit of motivation for the team maybe now as we go into the virtual competitions. Is there anyone you'd like to thank in particular, and how would you like to round things off for this season?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I mean, the list of people to thank is way too long to go through it. You'll all be falling asleep by the time I'm finished. But basically, just the whole team, all of Oxford Brookes Racing. It was an amazing team to work with. I'm very, very proud that I was given a chance to lead you guys. Also, Oxford Brookes University faculty. We have some great faculty people: Gordana, Borislav, Dan, Miguel, Adrian, Paul, poor Charlie we lost in the year. They're just amazing. They help with whatever questions we have. Couldn't ask for better faculty advisors. And then also all our amazing partners that make it possible. Especially like to thank Marcus and the MTC. They've been really great this year. Yeah, and I mean, obviously the IMEC as well for putting on a competition, even though it is a virtual online one. Yeah, and if I haven't mentioned you, please don't feel bad. Really mean it. Massive thanks to everyone involved.
It's been a huge effort. So all we've got to do left to do is do the virtual competitions, and I guess put next year's team in the best position possible when they get to kick off.
Yeah. So we're going to do everything we can to hand over. I know every single year people complain that last year didn't do good enough handover documents, so I can only apologise in advance. We are trying. But yeah, looking forward to the virtual comp, and I hope we can do well.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thank you everyone who's spoken in our live launch today. Enjoy the next few days as you see the virtual competition, and thank you for tuning in. All right, over and out from OBR.